Good afternoon, folks, and welcome back to the channel. You're watching High Power, not yesterday, not 2 years from now, not 3 years down the ladder, but right now. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for visiting the Etsy store. We have many high power energies, many high power videos on the YouTube channel of how to exactly clean out your third eye. Why do you want to clean out your third eye? Because it will reveal the truth to you. Basically, we all are gods and we all are goddesses. We just need to open up our third eye. It's the biggest secret that's ever been kept in society. And I'm sharing this secret with you because I found inner peace. I found maximized energy. I found maximized focus. I found my maximum potential, and I'm still breaking it, and it's because of all of you as well. Because if I can do it, I know that you can do it. So there's many ways that we can open up this third eye. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we're going to go over those techniques. And I don't hide how I do it. I don't hide the effects of it. I don't hide the instructions of what you should do and what to expect. I tell you all of that straight away because I want you to be able to find these illustrious items, these illustrious formulas that are healthy, that are safe. They are not a drug. In fact, many people have said they have turned them away from drugs. So like phenacite, it's so high power, high energy, it's going to like super focus you. So what I want to go over in this video today is basically what is the proper way to meditate. How do you know you're properly meditating? And it's really a bad question because there's no way to properly meditate. So basically, meditation is you're watching the story unfold that your crystal tektite, or you yourself, your subconscious, your soul, you're watching the story that unfolds in your mind. Now things like Moldavite, things like phenacite, things like ormus, they're going to maximize your potential into opening your third eye, because it's a routine. It's a not just something that you can pick up off the dandy. You have to, it's simpler with these things, but you have to do some work, and it's inner work, and it's actually sounds boring, but it's really fun because you'll reach your maximum potential. And who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want to manifest like never before? Who wants to control their sense of well-being, their finances? It affects all sorts of life, because basically your inner peace is where it starts and it begins. And you're going to find that once you find that inner peace, that's not from your job, that's not from your finances, that's not from your accomplishments, that's not from even being around other people, but inner peace that you are 150,000% comfortable in your own mind, that you have an idea of who and what you are and the reason that you're here on this planet. And that is what cleaning out that third eye is going to do. It's going to make you reach your maximum potential, and that's the only thing I want for all of you here today and forever, for now and ever, 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 infinity. So when you want to meditate, I just want you to take a deep breath, and I want you to close your eyes. Now I'm going to go through the colors really briefly, but more in depth, if that makes any sense. So when you close your eyes, most people I speak to, they say they see nothing or they see black. So what do I see? I see black. I see shadows of red. It's almost like clouds, and there's little pigment dots of whitish light. There's some yellow, and the colors will change and they'll form and they'll slowly move. Now, Ormus, I noticed this particular monatomic gold. I stopped taking it. I was taking it for about 3 months. Had an amazing journey. Top top 2% of times. And I stopped for about 2 weeks to readjust and to realign. And I started taking it again, and I saw the increase of colors, increase of the Fantasia-like movie that occurs naturally. And that's the beauty of it. I remember almost when I was a child, I feel like all of our third eyes are more open, or we are more aware when we are a child, because you'll see the colors more naturally, and it won't freak you out. But what you want to do is close your eyes, make sure you're not freaking out, because what you'll do is when you'll watch the colors, and then they'll start forming into different things, objects, and you'll start seeing different symmetry, and then it will get very 3D to 4D to 5D. And what do I mean by that? So it will almost turn, for me, it turns into like a candy land. Everything is like solid and plastic, to whatever vision comes to mind, and then it becomes realistic. It becomes actual. And I could walk around in that reality. And this is something I'm still working on, something that I'm still trying to grow. So what you want to do is let your mind take you on this journey and just be a watcher. Do not try to dictate the story. Do not try to overthink, overdo. I mean, you don't even have to be, you could be laying down on bed, just stay awake, right? You don't want to fall asleep, even though sometimes after a good meditation, I'll just choose to go asleep, and I'll sleep right after I've finished. But you want to stay awake. You want the longer that you can meditate, the better in the beginning, because once, you'll hear me say this a lot, is once you start to meditate, it's not meditating anymore. It's just, you're just watching a story. It's like if you like watching the telly, if you like watching TV shows, movies, Netflix, all you have to do is just close your eyes and then watch. And it's very entertaining, and it's more entertaining than any Netflix show, and Netflix is pretty damn entertaining, I will say. Same with Amazon, all the companies. I don't get no promotion, but I'm just saying, I love TV, movies. That's one of my habits. I watch the telly lies. So what you want to do is put those visions in your mind. So you also have to be careful. Be very careful about what you watch. I mean, you can watch a variety of things and content. However, it's entertainment. However, you have to be very careful, because I've noticed very recently, I would be watching a horror movie at night, and it would always be not that night, but the next day, I would start seeing flashes of that movie, and the flashes that it was just a regular movie, but I would see a flash of it. And I was just like, oh, and then the same thing happened the next day. So it's basically like on this pattern of replaying images. So just be careful. That's just your computer processing up here. Be careful what your subconscious mind is just going to spew out at you, because if you're not in control, if you're not grounded, if you're not having your third eye open, then all these negative aspects, and there's a lot of them in society. There's bad frequency music, and there's EMF. There's so many negative thought patterns, and you really have to be proactive in order to combat the negative with the positive. And all that comes back to is meditating and feeling that heaven on earth vibe. So what I want you to do is I want you to think unconditional love. Okay? Now, don't think what, maybe to begin, think what unconditional love means to you. So for me, I will tell you, it's this warm, There's nothing that will stop the love. You can make a million mistakes in the world. You can hate yourself, but no matter what, this feeling of unconditional love takes over your body. It is you. There's no more Greg. There's no more bloat up the street, down the street, in the swimming pool, on the basketball court. It's only the oneness of unconditional love. Now, I know some of you may be having trouble focusing. What you want to do is just focus on the words unconditional love, unconditional love, unconditional love. And if your mind ever goes past unconditional love, just see it. Just keep going back to it. You want something to be a home plate. You want something to be your gas station that you can always go back to and feel safe and know that that's going to bring you in the highest vibration. And then you want to think about it from your bottom chakra, from down here. You want to think about it all the way down here. I'll lower my voice for it. And then you want to think about the energy just rising and 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 rising. And you'll start to feel it fuming, and then the colors will start. And then your mind will just be like, and you'll feel like you can move objects. You'll feel like you can manifest your life, because from that that's what it feels like. And you know, I apologize if it comes off a little comical, but it is. I mean, life is comical, and I hope this is giving you a solid interpretation of what it should feel, what it feels like to me. And I believe this is the general feeling of what it will feel like when you're blasted by a phenocite, moldavite, ormus, and you're reaching your maximum potential to open your third eye. And it's limitless from there, because you're channeling your God element. So thank you for watching this video. I wanted to go into more depth about what you do in terms of meditation. If some of you are interested, write me a message privately in the DM. What I'm thinking about doing is maybe doing 30-minute sessions, offer it on an Etsy store. I don't know, but I get a lot of questions, so maybe some people want more in particular personal work, and you know, I could really answer any questions in maybe a 30-minute session that you might have about opening the third eye. You know, I can just walk you through it. Search the videos on the YouTube channel. You know, there's hours of content now. So, you know, there's plenty of videos on ormus, monatomic gold, Haritaki powder. These are all things that are going to help you open your third eye. Also, just keep a good diet. If you can lay off meat, try to lay off meat. You'll notice, you know, you'll have better skin. This is for me. I've had better skin. I'm not as angry. I don't lose my cool. I mean, I've always been a very laid back, chill guy, you know, but you know, even more chill. So I'll highly suggest that. It will clean out the third eye. Just pay attention to the small details. If you see nothing, because when you start seeing colors, that's how you know your eyes open, and you'll know by so many other factors that I've talked about in this video. Just heaven on earth, feeling you are a god or a goddess, and that's just your truth. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you are investigating your personal soul, your personal love for life, and you continue to open your third eye. Look for small progress, because I'm telling you, once you do it, once it's open, the world is your oyster. And I say that because I'm talking to so many people, and feels I'm helping people, and you know, it humbles me, and I'm really appreciative. So if I can help anybody else, please contact me, and let's have a great weekend and high vibrations, high focus.